So as you may have guessed, this is the next day, and I'm kind of in the somewhat outskirts of Skagway. I went downtown yesterday, and going back there today. My phone, the roaming kind of isn't working on it. I'm not getting any service, so I'm a bit dependent on Wi-Fi for internet. So I'm gonna go sit by the library right now. Two more things of note as we get into the city. One is that apparently there's supposed to be a lot of people coming on cruise ships today, like 11,000 tourists. And then the other thing is that my front rack is broken, as I found out today. So that means I need to go fix it at the bike shop. Hello, it's kind of been a long day and I haven't been filming. I was gonna go to the bike shop, right? And I went to the bike shop and they told me they didn't have racks, and they told me that they would get some, basically, it's tough, to do anything. So I'm trying to, he's like, you didn't hear from me, but you could try some JB Weld. So I got something similar to JB Weld, which is like an adhesive. So right here, let's see, it's all shiny. Yeah. And then this is all strapped together. This is the two parts of the rack are strapped together so that they hold overnight. I tried to do this before, but they, the pieces, they came apart, and hopefully they don't come apart now. I don't know. Yeah. that's the deal right now. I'm kind of camping and, you know, pretty close to people. People are walking by here, so I don't know. And this came on, this light wasn't there before, so not very discreet, but I can't move my bike because it's got a bungee cord through it. So, you know, yeah, we'll see what happens. Played some corn toss things. I didn't tell you guys, there was a couple I met at the first welcome to Yukon sign, and then they're like, oh, you know, if you're ever in Skagway, come say hi. And I did. And I don't know, I had a shower there, they've been feeding me. I played some, what is it, cornhole, right? Yeah, anyways, it's a game, and it's fun. Yeah, I've just been talking to lots of people who, yeah, so they all work in one place, right, at this brewery, and they all live in one place. Like, I think the owner of that place bought like a motel or something, and yeah, so he has, yeah, they all just get accommodations. It's cool. So I'm just gonna leave my bike there, I think, with all my stuff. Hopefully that goes okay. Part of the reason is that I'm trying to get the kind of adhesive to work. Yeah, I don't really need the bike. I'll just walk around town. Yeah, people leave their bikes unlocked around here. So I guess it's like really safe, but on the other hand, maybe it's because the people coming in on cruise ships, you know, wouldn't be taking a bike back, right? So I guess the concern is that the concerns about my stuff, I guess. I don't know how much I talked about Skagway itself, but I think the whole appeal of it is that you know, it's kind of the gateway to the Klondike gold rush, right? So this is where people would come in, right, and then you know, make their way up what's now the Klondike Highway, you know, to get to the Yukon and stuff. Yeah, so as you saw on the map there, basically the goal of the stampeders, you know, the people searching for gold, you know, during the gold rush, is to get to Dawson City, kind of in the northern Yukon. So it's 800 kilometers to get there, and basically there's two trails. The Chilkoot, oh, I forgot the name. Yeah, there's Chilkoot Trail, which is more steep and starts in Dyae, which is near Skagway. Yeah, so there's two kind of entry points, Dyae and Skagway, right? Nearby here on the coast. And then yeah, so the Chilkoot Trail is more it's shorter, but it's kind of steeper. And then you have the White Pass Trail, which is you know, longer, and you know, after all that, you have to basically you have to build a boat and then sail down the Yukon River, which, you know, kind of flows north actually towards Dawson City. I saw it right there. Chilkoot Trail is what it is. And yeah, so eventually they built a railway at the White Pass Trail. Yeah, so Dyae kind of became abandoned. And every part of this journey in general was like, you know, really deadly, right? Yeah, you know, including going down the river, the Yukon River, and you know, of course, the hike to get there, because you had to carry like a ton of supplies too, so you would go kind of there and back. You know, you know, unless you had like pack animals or something like that. The Native American people, I think that Tlingit, I've never heard it said out loud. People, you know, were you know, obviously their way of life was very disturbed at that point. You know, during the gold rush, the Chilkoot Trail was kind of a trade route between the kind of coastal Tlingit people and the more inland Tagish people, right? You know, when the stampeders came, they became like guides and packers and all that. You know, and all this to get to Dawson City, and in many cases, you know, people who would actually make it there, you know, it'd be too late, and you know, all the kind of good places to get gold, you know, it'd be taken, and so it would be very, you know, disheartening. Yeah.
Baby salmon, as they slowly, you know, they're born in spring, and they slowly drift downstream and they seek shelter and habitat.
Skagway to go to Haines. Honestly, kind of sad. Met some pretty cool people at Haines, at Skagway. Here we are, just pulling into Haines. We have another cruise ship here. I was told there's restaurants open because there's a cruise ship here. And Don't know about Wi-Fi. I don't have any cell signal in the States right now, but yeah, like my roaming's not working. People say that in Haines they get more cellular service, so maybe it'll work for me, but who knows. So welcome to me talking about the day. Where do I start? I woke up and I was the previous day someone told me that they from the Skagway Brewing Co, which is a restaurant, told me that they'd buy me a meal if I go there at 10 a.m. So I did that, and they got me a meal. In general, I made just a bunch of friends at the Skagway Brewing Company. But before I went for that meal, there was the guy kind of talking to people about tours you could do around Skagway. And then he said to me, "Oh, you should do a tour with us." And then I'm like, not really my thing. It's not really in the budget. And then he's like, "Yeah, okay, you could come on a tour that's already that doesn't have any more people going on it, like that has spots available." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, cool." So I went on this 4-hour tour. You saw some footage there of me being on a tour. And then afterwards I was like, okay, gonna go to the ferry. And then I took the ferry to here. This is Haines. Took the ferry from Skagway to Haines. And as you saw, I was kind of like upset because I was like, oh man, I'm leaving all my Skagway friends. So then I went to the library because I think somebody said it would have Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi wasn't really working in the library for some reason. So what do? Well, the library had a bunch of places that would have Wi-Fi, and I also found a review that says a particular restaurant has Wi-Fi, but the review was 3 years old. But the library, said that it also said that restaurant had Wi-Fi. So I went to the restaurant, ordered a bunch of food, didn't have Wi-Fi, and I ordered a vegan burger. It had mayo on it. Which is, I'm like, okay, fine, like I'll kind of not eat that like bun or that lettuce that had mayo on it. I ate everything else. And it's okay. It's like, it's my fault kind of, because she was like, "Oh, we have a vegan burger. Didn't know that." And I'm like, it's like new, like the black bean burger, which is vegan. So I should have known. I should have known. Okay, cool. And then but then there's no Wi-Fi, right? So I'm like, okay, where could I camp? And then she's like, yes, go down to the end of this road. And I go down to the end of that road, and there's a place that looks like it's good for camping, but it says no camping. And then I go kind of look around it, and then I see a police officer parked, and I'm like, somebody said that you could camp here. Can you camp here? And then he's like, and then, but it looks like I can't camp here. And he's like, yeah, you can't camp here. But there's a place over there, over the hill, and go over there. Guess what? That's where I am. And look, okay, you can't see it. I see the camera, and you can't. Look, there's no camping. There's not like camping, guys. But I talked to somebody cool here. That was fun. And I might actually stay in Haines longer and go to something tomorrow. So it's a lot of positive social interaction with a lot of practical mishaps. My bicycle is breaking. it didn't work. The adhesive epoxy JB Weld stuff, like you could see right there, it's not aligned. I like put it on for a while, like 20 hours maybe. So it should have been, if it's 100% strength and 24 hours, it's a good percentage, okay? Yeah, anyways, I don't know. I'm probably just gonna camp here, and then if someone kicks me out, I'll just be like, where do I go next? Yep. Or something, I don't know. I've been hearing some sounds, and it's either whale breathing or that cruise ship in the distance. So, sounds I haven't heard before coming from the water. Very cool. Yeah, I think that's a whale. I saw it come up. You're not gonna see it on here. Oh well.